Hola, it's Gabi here, and today I'm going to make a cascade card. I just transferring to a copy paper Matryoshka doll to cardstock, 110 pounds, very strong cardstock. Thinking about this because when I finished the doll, I think the card was a little bit heavy. I would use next time, if I repeat this, a lighter paper or pattern paper. But I want to complicate myself, and then I decide to do everything stamping and coloring. It will be less complicated if I just grab a pattern paper and just put the faces on the doll in the shape of the matryoshka. But as I say, I decide to stamp everything. Here I'm grabbing different stamps of flowers, and I stamping the biggest of the matryoshka doll. I'm going to make 5, I believe, and each one are going to have different things. Most of them I decide to do flowers and bugs. When I finish stamping them and coloring with my copy markers, I decide to make a shadow to separate what is the veil or the cover of the head with the dress. I just grab a darker color, the one that I apply in the bottom part. Like here is yellow, I grab orange to make that shadow. As you see here, I have the different coloring and stamping in each doll. Now I'm going to color the head of the doll, also with copy markers, and I just grab the oval or circle corresponding to each side, and for the big one I have stamps that match. They are from Jane Davenport. I have the nose, the eyes, and the mouth that I'm going to stamp when I finish coloring the skin in red. But for the other side of the doll, I have to manage to make the eyes, the nose, and the mouth by myself. I didn't have stamps that match the sizes of the faces. For the cheeks, I decide to apply color with my chalk pastels because I am not that good doing it with my copy markers. I always, almost always mess it up. After that, I'm going to trace the face in the body and apply darker color to add shadow around the face also. After I glue the face, I'm going to grab this paper smoothes die and I'm going to cut the whole flower, but I'm going to cut every 2 petals to make the bow for the veil on the top of the head. It looks like the veil is tied there. Also, to make the knot, I'm just going to grab my regular punch for circles. I think it's the regular size. Add it in the top of the tie thing. When all the matryoshkas are ready, I'm going to cut them, I'm going to glue them in black cardstock to cover the mess that the markers did on the back, and also to stamp and add more details in the back. You can add any color in the back. You can add a different color for each doll, but I decided to go with black. I also, when I cut them from the black cardstock, I leave a little border around them. Okay, here I just want to see how it should look good on the yellow background. I'm going to start stamping with my Versamark, and I'm going to add white embossing powder. After that, I make the same stamps that I apply in the front of the doll. I made it in a different paper, and I cut them one by one, and I'm going to glue them randomly in the back part of the doll. I also going to glue details in all 4 dolls, sorry. Also I'm going to cut my card panel that is going to be yellow pattern paper, and it's going to be 5.5 by 8. and I'm going to cut a second piece that's going to be the puller, and it's going to be 3 by 8, and I'm going to cut the fold part that is going to be 2 by 5.5, and another piece that is going to be in the top and is going to be 5.5 by 4. These are all the parts that we need to assemble the mechanism of the cascade card. You're going to fold the one that is 2 by 5.5, and the first fold is going to be 1/4. The second fold is going to be in 1 inch, and you're going to do 3 more folds in half of an inch. After that, you're going to glue the little tiny quarter on the pull mechanism that is 3 by 8, and I'm measuring the half of the big panel and the half panel to cut the place where you're going to see the pulling mechanism, where you're going to pull. I didn't have any stamp that say pull. I need to buy some of those to add it in that little half mold. Then you're going to just insert that, and you're going to measure and glue or tape, like I did here, that bottom part. After that, you're going to start gluing your dolls. In this case, I glue from the smallest to the big one. You have to glue your dolls right under the fold part, just right on the fold part. The first doll I'm going to glue it to the pink part, and also to the orange part. As you see here, I'm gluing just the part where it folds. My glue is going to start on the top of the fold and going to finish before I get to the other doll. This is very important for the mechanism to work properly. Don't glue less than that or more than that. I did it with the big one. I just glued the little top, and when I pull it, I saw that I need to glue a little bit more to complete the whole 1/4 inch. As you see there, it worked fine. But I see the paper was too light, and I'm going to add a cardstock that's 110 pounds, and it made the puller mechanism a little bit stronger. And you see here, it worked fine. Now I'm doing my card base that is 8 inch by 8.5 inch, and I'm going to fold the half, and I'm going to glue my card. After that, I'm going to glue my card panel to my card base, and I'm going to add the word happy birthday in the bottom of the little doll, in the bottom of the little doll, as you see here. After I glue that, my card is pretty much done. Well, I hope you like it. Thank you for watching my videos. Until next time, goodbye.